There's the Titan kick team as they run up and send this one away.
Taken at the 15, a short kick. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
So out come the Texans for their opening drive. And they will be led out by their 6'3" quarterback.
For every rookie prospect, there are always nerves involved in this moment. Running your team out to start a game. But there's a reason they brought him in. We're willing to make him their starter today. They believe he can overcome those nerves and lead his team to a victory. We saw him do it at the collegiate level and really make himself into a leader and someone you can envision doing the exact same thing here in the NFL.
First and 10, it's Pierce.
And right away, they're going to stack him up right at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now.
It shows you right there, he can do more than just cover in the secondary from that free safety position.
Yeah, the evolution of the position has really been significant, hasn't it? Because a lot of teams no longer have a free safety, strong safety designation. They just have safeties. So wherever the ball is, one can be close to the line of scrimmage, one can be deep, and vice versa. On that play, how about that tackle we just saw? Pretty nice.
2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
He's definitely tough to get down. We just saw it right there. But how about what we did see? Pursuit, wrap up, and then the big finish with the tackle.
An early tough test on the opening drive. This is 3rd and 8.
And Stroud now to throw.
And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. Their opening drive here is going to result in a punt. They got 7 yards there, but not enough.
That looked great when he first took off because, in my mind, there was room to run and he had the marker in his sight. But I certainly didn't expect him to close so quickly, and neither did he. They got to him just in time, and now that forced him to make a decision with his 4th down call.
On is the punter, Johnston now, as he sends this one away.
And did they keep it in? They did. They kept it in. It's down close to the goal line at the 1-yard line.
You rarely call your punter a weapon, but he certainly was there. How about that? Pinning him down at the 1-yard line and helping out the defense in a big way. I'm telling you what, if I'm a defensive coordinator, I might be thinking safety right now.
The Titans set to take over behind their quarterback, Ryan Tannehill.
So this is where we find out about the game plan and the trust factor, don't we? In this situation, the natural thing is take care of the ball, run it inside, everyone cover it. Just, get yourself some room and let your punter punt it out of there. But when you really got a QB you can trust, you might want to take a little shot early and try and create some space.
They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. They'll run it again with Henry. And he'll get this up past the 5 to the 7-yard line. He's able to rattle off 6 on the carry, and that'll get him to 3rd and 4.
But you got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
From the gun on 3rd down, Tannehill.
He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted.
Picked off by the former first-rounder Jimmy Ward. And they will score a pick-6 for the Texans TD.
So, Charles, our first points of the game provided defensively. What a play that was.
And I can only imagine that the folks at home watching are thinking to themselves, that's one of those plays where once the ball leaves the quarterback's hands, you just sort of go, uh-oh, and wait for the result. This time, the defense benefited.
Kaimi Fairbairn on for the extra point.
And the Texans take a 7-0 lead. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. They begin with Henry.
And he'll get this up just shy of the 30.
End result of that one, a nice 4-yard gain. So you can use that to set up your play-action game, or you can come right back and continue to run the football because as an offensive play caller, you're on schedule and feeling pretty good about your next couple of calls.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Tannehill. DeAndre Hopkins making the catch.
And he'll be brought down at the 27.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10.
Tannehill going to turn and give this to Henry.
And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. What a difference a play makes. A huge step forward and now a small step back as he loses a yard or two.
Plays like we just saw there. That's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
On 2nd and 12, Tannehill. That is incomplete.
Certainly looked like maybe his 3rd or his 4th read on his progression. Just trying to find his outlet man that time. Ends up leading him just a bit too much.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Here's Tannehill. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he's not going to sniff the 1st down here. He stopped at the 25. 5 yards, not enough, and it'll be 4th down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. On 4th down, Mike Vrabel says, let's get 3 out of this. He sends on the field goal unit. And his kick is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3.
Well, in a close game like this, obviously you want the touchdown, but certainly they will take the 3.
And they'll be okay with that, but let's throw a little credit to the defense as well. And I'm just glad this doesn't come down to a debate, right? Which side won, partner? Because the defense, hey, we didn't give up a touchdown. The offense, hey, we put 3 on the board. Either way you look at it, I think both sides gained something out of that drive.
There's the Titan kick team as they run up and send this one away.
A fairly short kick from the 14.
And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
So now we get set to see Houston for their 2nd drive of the ball game.
And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
A nice-looking play to start the drive down the middle and complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. An ideal beginning of the drive there as they'll get 20 and a first down.
Certainly no settling into the drive there. They came right out on the first play and attacked the middle of the field for a big gainer and a first down.
Stroud now on 1st and 10.
And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete.
As a corner, you have to be able to run with guys step for step downfield in man coverage and make up ground quickly in zone. You have to put yourself in position to make plays just like that one we saw there.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
2nd and 10. Here's Stroud. Gets the dump off to Pierce. And they're going to get this down to about the 37.
But I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere. And they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well. And that's what they just did on that play.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Pierce now up the middle.
And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Now Stroud. Finds his man. It's John Mechie.
And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 26. Texans passing game in rhythm right now, picking up another first.
They run the option here on 1st and 10.
And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Well, that play never really got off the launching pad. He had a linebacker in his face before he had a chance to do much of anything.
Yeah, I think it's big boys up front, that offensive line. They've got to do a little bit better job of protecting him if they're going to continue to run the option like this.
After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. Texans football to start quarter 2 as they've got it 2nd down and 12.
Throwing now is Stroud.
Got his man complete over the middle. That's Schultz.
And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
They're trying to keep the drive going. This will be play number 8. It's 3rd and 2. They'll try and pick it up by running the option to the right. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Pretty ideal right there. Keep it yourself, get the first down, and get the heck out of bounds.
And knowing him, I believe he's thinking, I can get a few more yards if I just lower my shoulder. But he also hears that second voice in his head coach, and probably his agent too, saying, get out of bounds, man. Don't do that.
Back to throw. Here's Stroud.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Texans. Dalton Schultz, a 2-yard touchdown grab. And they are able to add on to their advantage.
Well, with this rookie QB, we talk a lot about his ball placement and how good he can be at laying it right in there. I think we just saw, Charles, though, the strength of that arm. That was an absolute rifle for the completed touchdown.
It absolutely was, and let's face it, you think he was really ready to get that first touchdown? Absolutely. He threw that pass with authority, just as you described. Big-time arm right there, and let's face it, a lot of quarterbacks used to be pitchers in baseball. The fastball was usually their best pitch, and we saw it there.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
Taken at the 15, a short kick.
And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
Here's Tennessee ready to begin this drive offensively.
Their deficit is 11, 14-3, and needing to get something going here as they come up on 1st and 10. Here's Tannehill.
On the slant, DeAndre Hopkins.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. First play of the drive going for 14 and also going for a first down.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
They'll run on first down. Spears, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Partner, one thing I was lousy at growing up, track and field, I could never anticipate the start before a race, but how about that backer? He figured it out, jumped the count, and turned it into a really nice play for his defense.
So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12.
Tannehill with a play fake to Henry. He'll throw instead.
And his throw is incomplete.
So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Here's Tannehill. Throwing for his running back, and he's got... And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. And the Texans scoop it.
On the move past the 40.
And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line. There are 2 words that we hear coaches say all of the time. One starts with a B, one starts with an S. Ball security.
And they preach it. They have it up in meeting rooms, right? You see the signs. They talk about it all the time. But still, when you got defenders out there who are preaching, hey, we're going to take the ball away from you, no matter what position you play, you've got to take care of the rock.
This is your game, baby. We're going to be big time now.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Following the fumble recovery, Stroud.
He'll get this into the hands of Nico Collins. And they're going to get this down inside the 20.
Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did.
So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. Give left side for Pierce.
And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Not a ton of room available on that one, but he made use of what space was available and gained decent yardage.
The 1st down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
Now the offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted.
Still 2nd down.
So the delay of game penalty moves it back 5. That makes it 2nd and 10.
And Pierce gets it again on 2nd down.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
Sometimes you get all those big guys down there in one spot, and there's just nowhere to go. And in this case, the defensive tackle used his strength and swallowed him up.
Got an extra defensive back out there for the Titans now here for 3rd down.
Stroud.
And they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28.
Multiple players combined for their team's 1st sack of the game.
But you just knew that these rushers were eager to do that today. Put him on the ground. Their plan, introduce themselves individually to this rookie quarterback. They said hello to big way there with a loss of double-digit yards on that sack.
Now Kaimi Fairbairn out for the field goal try for the Texans. From the right hash, it's a 46-yard attempt. This has neither the distance nor the accuracy. It's no good, and this will remain an 11-point spread. So a bit of a weird kick there. That wasn't an overly long attempt, but that never had a chance.
You almost wonder if he might have maybe got that one on the laces because it kind of knuckled on him a bit. And this one winds up in empty possession.
There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. You can count his carries on one finger. They've only given him the rock one time, Charles. What gives?
So we can't draw any conclusions just yet. He has to touch the ball multiple times in order to get into a rhythm and have a chance to have success. You know who else gets into a rhythm? The offensive line. They feel better about what they're doing when they know they've had multiple opportunities to get it done.
Yeah, well, the conclusion we can draw so far, they're losing here in the 2nd quarter. Let's see if they change tunes. Now he dumps this off over the middle, and he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a 1st down.
One of my old teammates called me the other day when he was watching the game. He's like, man, trying to watch an NFL game and trying to account for their passing game, that's difficult. And just when you think you get everything covered, here comes a back out of the backfield. And in this case, he picks up a 1st down.
On 1st and 10, Tannehill.
That's complete to Treylon Burks.
And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
Now that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, tight, sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you may curl it a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Henry up the middle. And some room to maneuver. And he's down into the red zone at the 16 after a gain of 16. 1st and 10.
Would you say this offense is locked in right now?
They're having no trouble on this drive. What is it, 3 plays, 3 first downs?
Yeah, you talk about on the march. They keep this up, they'll get to that end zone real fast.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
From the red zone now, Tannehill. And incomplete, he dropped it. Maybe a rookie mistake there, 2nd down.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Inside handoff, Henry. And he'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 14-yard line. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. We've got a 14-3 ball game with 2 minutes left in the opening half. The Texans here on 3rd down, putting an extra defender in the secondary. Now Tannehill. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. He's brought down after a pickup of 5, but he needed 8. 4th down. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. On 4th down, Mike Vrabel says, let's get 3 out of this. He sends on the field goal unit from the right hash, and this one just a chippy. And his kick is indeed good. And a 2nd field goal here cuts their deficit to 14-6 now.
So the margin shrinks a bit as back-to-back drives here for him and with field goals.
Yeah, we know no one's turning down 3, especially in the first half, but you've got to finish these drives in the end zone. That's got to be a priority. Nice to have a reliable kicker, but outside of his agent, you know you'd rather him kick 1-pointers instead of 3-pointers.
So the lead trimmed down to 8 as here comes the kickoff, and it's away.
Taken at the goal line. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21.
The Texans offense now, they get set to head back on the field here. And the last time that they were on the field, a little demoralizing. Missed field goal. You know, always feel like you want to get it in the end zone, but then, oh, well, at least we're going to get 3. Didn't go through the goalpost, though.
It does test the mental processes of a team, though, doesn't it? Because when you miss a field goal, it's amazing how fast they want to turn on the guy kicking the ball. But you need to keep his confidence up because how many times have we seen games where it comes down to the stretch, and guess what? You need that guy to make the big kick for your team to move on or to win a game. Make sure you keep him happy. Make sure you keep him comfortable.
I'm sure you always treated the kicker nicely, though, right?
You know, truthfully, I did.
Good.
I always did because those guys, they won us a whole lot of games. Good, strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
1st and 10, it's Stroud. Another one caught by Collins. And they're going to get this up to midfield.
Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime.
Let's go get it now. Let us dictate. Play a little aggressive, baby. Let's get some play. Ready.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. Texans passing game in rhythm right now, picking up another first.
Let's make this one simple. What a catch, especially the finishing part of getting his feet in bounds, toe tapping, and of course, foot dragging.
Little tapestry, if you will.
Oh, I like it.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
On first down, here's Stroud.
Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes in bounds.
If you're running out route, it's likely you're going to end up near the sideline. And what did we just see there?
Toe tap.
You got it. The benefits of practice. Toe tapping, foot dragging, picking it up, and making sure it was a catch.
I believe they buzzed down. They're going to take another look at this play with all reviews coming from the replay official here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. And I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
Yeah, it certainly looked like a heck of a catch because he didn't appear to bobble it, which could complicate things. But even with the benefit of replay, that's pretty tight.
Well, here's the call.
After review of the play, a ruling on the field is reversed.
So that challenge, a successful one. Stroud will look to throw once more. Caught left side by Mechie.
And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 20-yard line. Texans passing game in rhythm right now, picking up another first. So 5 plays on this drive, Charles. All passes, all completions. And just like that, they're in the red zone.
And don't you think the playbook opens up a little bit more now? Because all they've done is throw the football. If you want to run it now, you may very well have them fooled.
Stroud to the air on 1st and 10.
Flushed out right.
And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them. And I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
Again on 2nd down, it's Stroud. Caught by Woods. And they're going to get this down inside the 15.
The Texans going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1.
I got you, baby. Let's get some run. I'm back to one, boys.
They missed a field goal on their last drive. Here they need something to even get into field goal range on 3rd down.
The throwing again is Stroud.
Toward the sideline, he will have the first down. Good catch. He was able to keep the feet in bounds. They give him 7 yards on the play, and they do pick up the conversion on 3rd down.
And Stroud now to throw.
To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Oh, I like the calmness of how he played the ball here. No panic in his eyes as that throw arrived. Tracked it from the moment it left the quarterback's hand, and that's just where he needed to be to knock it away.
Let's get some time.
Nothing on first down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line, 2nd and goal.
Again, it's Stroud.
Touchdown! Robert Woods in the final seconds of the first half.
And the Texans will extend their lead here just before halftime.
That is a near-perfect end-of-half drive right there.
And we've seen that many times from the best in the league. But do you really expect to see it done that well by a rookie? And how about the timing? Finishing it almost near the zeros, as you said, right at the end of the half. Great momentum to carry into the locker room.
Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And the lead is up to 15 now. A 10-play drive that time.
And it ends with a Robert Woods touchdown reception. So 6 seconds, all that remains of this first half as the kick is away. Taken at the 15, a short kick. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
The final shot here before the break, Tannehill. He's going to float this over the middle, deep. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
Well, no sooner did
On first down, it's Tannehill. Dancing to his left. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
I'm sure it was a tough halftime trying to figure out some strategy to get things going, trailing by a lot when they went into the locker room. He's just trying every avenue to spark his team here to begin the 3rd quarter. Not a lot going on that play, though.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Here's Tannehill. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. That's good for 28 yards. So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 47. Now a handoff up the middle. Spears, absolutely nobody fooled there. He's going nowhere fast as he's stopped behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. They keep it on the ground. This time it's Henry. Give him 3 yards on the run there. That still leaves him with a difficult 3rd and 8 coming up.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Now Tannehill. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football, and the Texans scoop it. Look at this, middle of the field, a breakaway. And they will bring this one back. A fumble return for a Texans touchdown. We know this defense has some playmakers. We saw it right there. Well, really, we've seen it the whole game.
Isn't it nice to see that on the opposite side of the ball? Respect, my man, respect. The defensive guys are outscoring their opposing offense.
Yeah, they're outscoring him indeed with that score alone.
Fairbairn now to add the extra point. He's got it, and the lead swells. It's 28-6. So not only the cough up, but then the pickup on the other side, the scoop, and the score the other way. The fumble return for a touchdown. They'll start on the ground here on first down. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage.
Award that tackle for loss to the linebacker, Denzel Perryman.
I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts because he definitely needs some assistance.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Back to throw, Tannehill.
That pass taken in by Burks.
And they're able to get this one across the 35.
Tannehill on target to Burks. First down, Tennessee.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football. And right now, I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
A first down carry for Henry. They find some open field here. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last two plays.
First downs have not come easy, and neither have runs like this throughout this game.
Absolutely not. He finally felt like, whoa, a sigh of relief. We got something going in the running game. So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 47. Again, it's Henry. No dice this go around. He's hit behind the line and taken down. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
You've got to figure the further they fall behind, the more you think that they'll get away from the run. They're trying to stick with it, but the results, they just aren't there.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. Now it's Tannehill.
That's complete to Westbrook-Akine.
And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 29-yard line. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
Now what we're seeing, this is much better from this offense because so far in this game, no touchdown to this point, and what's usually a direct correlation? Very few explosive plays. That's been their issue, not able to make that big shot downfield or break one off, but a nice game there for a first down.
Now a first down throw, Tannehill. And right side, Henry's got it.
And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Tenth carry now for Derrick Henry. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
The best defensive linemen, they play with great leverage so they can get low and not get bowled over by offensive linemen. They have excellent hands. They can throw people off on a play. We just saw a great example of a really good run stop by a guy playing the defensive tackle position.
They'll try to run for the first with Henry. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4.
62 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times.
I hope we give enough respect to the big guys up front because they have been getting it done on this drive. The holes have been large, and they've been barreling through them, picking up first downs.
Here's Tannehill.
That's to Burks, and he's got it. Touchdown, Tennessee.
4 yards on the touchdown grab.
And the Titans are able to make some inroads here to that deficit.
I wonder if he changed anything on his play sheet or they just executed better. Because they had 2 previous drives that ended in field goals. Before this one, they finally were able to put into the end zone.
Well, whatever he did, speaking of the offensive coordinator, might be using that formula going forward. It worked there.
Yeah, it worked very well. He and his field general in pretty good sync right now. They're starting to move the ball well.
And they're going to get the 2-point conversion, caught in the end zone. And that cuts the lead a bit further. So they're able to throw it in for the 2-point conversion. And sometimes that can be a risky play, but they got it.
Yeah, you always have to be careful here because if you do get it intercepted, it's returned by the defense, that's 2 points for them. But he identified an open target and put it right on him.
On the ground, it's Pierce to begin the drive.
He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
Now, Brandon, that's the way you want to run the football. There should almost be quote bubbles above the offense right now. Bam, boom, biff. That's how they feel good about moving the football.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. They'll try and run the option left side. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
And not a lot of success to be found there.
Oh, you got that right, partner, because if you're trying to make guys miss about 10 yards or so downfield, that's a pretty good play. But if you've got to do it in your own backfield, I consider that a problem. That doesn't work too well.
Open man is Mechie, and he's got him. And he is going to have a Texans 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them. And these guys have been taking advantage so far.
Now they'll throw it with Stroud here, 1st and 10.
That one's complete to Tomlinson. Yeah, that's good for a gain of 6, and that'll make it 2nd down. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this. Back now in Mexico City.
2nd down at 4.
It's the Texans in control of the football and leading this game as well as we start the 4th.
Hand off left side, Pierce.
And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
Stroud on 3rd down now.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Looks like a 9-yard loss, and it also brings up 4th.
I thought there at the end he may have had a chance to release that, but that pocket closed a little too quickly, and down he went.
Yeah, he was certainly trying to do everything he could to extend the life of the play, probably counting in his head 1, 2, and then he ran out of time.
Here's Cameron Johnston now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time.
Following the punt return here, there is someone shaken up. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside.
Get something going. Let's take it out. I got you, baby. Let's go. Let's go. Yeah, let's
The Titans offense set to begin the drive.
Well, still a long way to go, but trending upward. They scored the last time out, you remember. Then their defense forced the punt. Now they try to inch closer, but still ultimately down 2 scores in the final quarter.
Fourth quarter, every drive so critical, and you figure may only get one more shot after this, so a touchdown's imperative on this drive.
It is, but you also have to think to yourself in play calling, don't hold anything back. Don't save it for the second touchdown. You've got the first one for the second one to even matter.
Looking to throw again on second down. Tannehill, and his throw's going to be incomplete.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely, just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. The Titans on third down. They've had their troubles, just 1 for 6. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1.
Open man is Burks, and he's got him.
And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks. And in a 2-score game, obviously, every play, every third down, like we saw there, magnified, big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to third down. They've got to maximize time and conserve as much as possible.
On 1st and 10, Tannehill. It's complete to Hopkins. And he's down right around midfield after a gain of 2, maybe 3. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
From the 50, it's Tannehill.
Open man, Westbrook-Akine.
And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 38-yard line. 12 yards there as they move the chains. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now a give right side. Spears. And he is going to lose yardage here. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I think we got to give it up for him right there. That's a heck of an athletic move for a big man right in the middle of the line. How about the play he makes there? Nowhere to run, and he finishes that one off for a loss.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. To throw is Tannehill. And the catch made by Hopkins.
And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35.
So 3rd down, they need to get to the 28 for a first. Tannehill.
That's caught. Left side, it's Burks. And he will have a Titans first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Now, correct me if I'm wrong. Yeah, you're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle each time you snap the ball.
Now a handoff to Henry. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2.
88 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on.
Some big plays in the passing game on this drive, and here's one out of the running game. So the passing game loosening things up. Now there's room to roam.
1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game.
Henry. is not going to get back to the line of scrimmage as they'll tackle him at the 3.
It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
So second and goal, and the big man Henry alone in the backfield.
Going to run the sweep here. This is Hopkins.
And he gets in. Touchdown, Tennessee. DeAndre Hopkins. A 3-yard touchdown run.
And the Titans have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th. Well, time to let those folks know who are tuning in looking for the late local news. And we may be a moment because we've got a game again.
And partner, except for those on the West Coast where it'll be seen in its regular time, right? That's the way it works, doesn't it? But how about that? Big-time drive right there. If they're going to have any chance, they needed a touchdown there, and they went right down the field and worked their way into the end zone.
First and 10, it's Stroud.
Over the middle, complete. It's Schultz. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. First down.
Well, it may seem a little unorthodox to some people. Got the lead, 4th quarter, yet he's still firing away. I think he believes that's the best way to go ahead and win the game.
Yeah, a lot of coaches say, let's just run the football, be conservative. He's sticking to his game plan.
No, that is his game, and that's what they're going to ride.
Pierce takes it straight ahead. He'll get this up to about the 44.
And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go.
Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go.
Have to imagine this will be on the ground as well as they come up 2nd and 7.
And Pierce gets it again on 2nd down.
And a minimal gain here as he's up to about the 47-yard line. Now Tennessee going to use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this 4th quarter of play.
Here's Stroud. Open man there is Collins, complete.
And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 40.
It's one play at a time, baby. It's all like popcorn. Come on now. It's all like popcorn. Turn it up. Pay attention. Ready.
And they will take a knee here. So Houston going to come away here with the victory. And we talk so much about the turnover battle, determining who wins, who loses. This game, no exception. Error-free football, no turnovers at all, and they win it.
So this is one you don't have to convince your team that what you're saying is accurate. And you know what I'm talking about. Head coach always stands up in front of the team and says, guys, if we do this, this, and this, we'll win. And usually they say if we win the turnover battle, we'll win. Well, here's the proof right there. Win the turnover battle, go on to victory. Now the guys believe. You move on to the next lesson where you have to convince them. This one is now planted.